Hi, I'm Aisyah Aziz and I'm playing Katina Dahari.
I'm Joanna Dong and I'm playing Sakura Teng.
I'm Xuan and I'm playing Rose Chan. I'm playing the character of Rose Chan. She is a legendary sex symbol of Malaya. She was a popular striptease dancer in the 1950s and 60s, and she traveled around the world with her troupe performing death-defying stunts like having motorbikes ride over her body, wrestling with pythons most famously, and of course a dance act which involved a striptease, and I hope to be able to bring out her sexy personality in the show.
I play Sakura Teng, and she's a really well-loved Singaporean entertainer. She had a long career. It was a couple of decades long, and she's just got an explosive personality. She was known for being a great dancer and also known for her yodeling. So you can expect that there will be some of that signature yodeling in the show. And yeah, lots of dancing, I'm sure, from all of us.
Katina Dahari. She is a very famous for Malays. Like, she's very famous for her Keroncong songs and the way she performs and how she sounds like when she sings. Any other song doesn't have to be Keroncong. So what's challenging is that I have to be she's like very demure, very classy, and she's very well known in Malaysia and also Singapore. So I hope I can bring that class of Katina Dahari on stage. I'm a total opposite of Katina Dahari, I think, because she is, like I said, very demure and stuff like that, and I'm not. So I'm very clumsy. I always fall, and I would climb the stage just like that if I have to. So the most biggest challenge would be to be able to bring that character on stage, because I have been practicing, like, you know, being very soft and classy and stuff like that. So that's the biggest challenge, and especially to sound good while doing that, because I don't want to be so focused on you know, all the physical stuff and not focusing on the voice, because Katina Dahari has an amazing voice. I have to focus both on my voice and everything. So
I mean, we understand that it's Aisha's very first musical theatre performance, so we're really excited. And yeah, she's gonna be great. Yeah, I'm sure. Getting into character for Sakura, the toughest part for me is that because she was really famous back in the time where YouTube was not popular yet, there are actually very few videos I can find where we see her not singing. Most of them are maybe just you know, from cassettes and from the vinyl recordings, and those are just audio and no visual. So to try and get a sense of how she speaks when she's not singing, all that are things that I sort of have to work a little bit with my imagination. But hopefully I get to meet her in person when she comes here in January. I'm really fingers crossed that that can happen, and just to steal some tips from her on how to be her. Yeah, so God willing, she's not going to be too cross with my efforts.
The period that Rose Chan was most famous, you know, recording devices weren't very widespread. So I've only managed to find 1 or 2 recordings of her singing and no videos. So a lot of that will have to be stemming from the depths of my imagination about how she actually, you know, how she would dance. And because she was a trained dancer, actually she trained in ballet and ballroom dancing, so and so try and imagine how she moved, the way she spoke, how she would interact with people, you know, I can only imagine. And unfortunately she has since passed away in 1987, so I might have to try and get in touch with some psychic mediums and maybe bring her back and speak to her from the dead. But apart from that, there's no way I can find out more about her apart from the things that I read. So that will definitely be a challenge. And also just filling the boots and the tiny lingerie of this massive personality who, you know, enamored and captured the hearts of the men in all the cities that she visited.